All right. All right. So, allegedly, we're live. Allegedly. As I figure out my stuff here, 1 second. As I figure out all of my stuff going on. YouTube's looking good. Everything's looking good. I got a calzone in the oven that has exploded. I'm ready to go. Oh, how are you guys doing? Anyone who's watching live, which I see nobody is, that's all right because it just started and I'm starting out. How is the connection here? Let's see. Do I need to go to super low latency? Let's see. Stream health. Stream is healthy. Don't see anything on the playback just yet. I have no idea if I'm actually on or not. No data. Excellent. There we go. There we go. YouTube is bad. As usual, YouTube is stupid. Okay. All right. It's going to probably fast forward through all that stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, YouTube. Oh my gosh, YouTube. You know what? That's okay. Because it's a good day. Today is a good day. How do I know it's a good day? It's because we're arresting lots of illegal immigrants who are extremely violent. Let's get it here. Desktop face side by side. Another bit of good news, though, is that this Korean, what is it? K2? It's a little bit on the nose. Koreans love their K. K2 is on the market, and I'm pumped. You see James Reeves holding it here. I was very excited to see this. Apparently, it's going to be around $1,200. Now, that's the classic model, which is fine, I guess. Here's the, there we go. This is the more modular model with the Picatinny rails. Looking good. I'm probably going to get this model. I've been wanting a rifle for a while. I have a lot of animals in the forest behind my house. It's hundreds of acres of forest. And we get coyotes. I don't think we get wolves. We don't get wolves, luckily. But we definitely get coyotes. We get foxes, hawks, all that stuff. I'm not going to shoot a hawk with this, obviously, because I'm not like that good. That'd be pretty impressive. But I will shoot the heck out of a fox. I have no compunction killing foxes. Look at that, beautiful. All right. Anyways, on to the meltdowns. Okay, we do like a meltdown. I just wanted to put this stream up for catharsis because I want to talk to somebody about this because this is amazing. All right. So I have some friends who are in the federal government. They are proper government employees, so they have mixed feelings about Trump, mostly negative. I'm kind of, they're mostly upset because they're making them come in person. That's fine. Everybody cheered when Trump said that all federal employees need to come in person. I could see the reason why, right? I mean, there's an association with government employees and being wasteful and inefficient, and that reputation is pretty well earned. Homemade ginger ale. It's actually really easy. Just have ginger plants, grate them up, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. No, just kidding. Grate them up, boil them, strain out the ginger, add sugar, add water. Boom. There you go. You got ginger syrup, which you can ferment to make ginger beer. Well, it takes like 2 days. Anyways, so these NASA employees have all received an agency-wide email about DEI where the acting administrator says these programs divided Americans by race, wasted taxpayer dollars, and resulted in shameful discrimination. I wonder if that's his words or if he was told to say that. If that was his words, that's amazing, and I love it. If he was told to say that, that's not quite as cool. Like, that's not quite as fun. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I like the idea of like someone standing behind him with a gun just saying like, you better type these words. But if he really believes it, that's even better, right? Anyone who's really technical doesn't like this. Like people who are into technology do not care about your race or gender or whatever. We actually don't, we kind of like de facto technical people tend to view people as just sort of tools. You know, you might not like that, but that's how they see the world. So if you want to have some empathy, if you want them to have some empathy for how you see the world, have some empathy for how they see the world. They see you as a tool, which is fine as long as the tool works. We don't care. Employees have 10 days to report anyone trying to conceal DEI in a new format or name. Excuse me. One of the bad parts of oh look there, they blanked out the name. One of the bad parts of drinking homemade ginger ale. All right. Dear agency employees, we are taking steps to close all agency DEIA offices and end all DEIA related contracts in accordance with President Trump's executive orders titled Ending Race, Radical, and Wasteful Government DEI Programs and Preferences and Initial Rescissions of Harmful Executive Orders and Actions. So that's a mouthful. These programs divided Americans by race, wasted taxpayer dollars, and resulted in shameful discrimination. We are aware of efforts by some in government to disguise these programs by using coded or imprecise language. If you are aware of any contract description or personnel position description since November 5th, 2024, to obscure the connection between the contract and DEIA or similar ideologies, please report all facts and circumstances to, name redacted, within 10 days. There will be no adverse consequences for timely reporting of this information. Grammar mistake. However, failure to report this information within 10 days may result to adverse consequences. So, if you fail to report this, if you've seen it and you fail to report it, you could be under adverse consequences. Definitely knowingly concealing it would be bad. Being complacent is also like it doesn't draw a strict distinction between complacency and maliciousness. And I like that. I like that quite a bit because you can't tell the difference. And as far as I'm concerned, complacency is as bad. So here's the ATF trying to get around it. Okay. The ATF defied Donald Trump's order to place DEI workers on leave, instead giving their DEI officer a new title. They attack citizens' rights, ignored leadership, and act as though they're above the law. Enough is enough. Time to abolish the ATF. The ATF acting like it's above the law. Never happened. Can't believe it. Wow. Just one day's difference. Chief Diversity Officer. Senior Executive. Yeah. These people imprisoned. I mean, this is a little bit... I think Ron over here... Ron is fudding out. He's... Seeker and defender of truth, supported the Constitution, he's over here defending the tomb of the unknown soldier over here. He's like, put him in jail forever. It's like, no, I just lose their jobs. Get a hold of yourself. I understand that we love winning. We love winning. That does not give us an excuse to reduce our IQ or act as though we've reduced our IQ. Okay. All right. What we got? DC Drano says, this is amazing. This is amazing. Trump sent out an email to all federal agencies requesting info about attempts to disguise DEI offices' employees. Anyone with knowledge of these subversive acts must report it within 10 days. If they don't, they get punished or fired. This is how you do it. So what's happening here is that this is to all federal agencies. So if it's to the director level of, let's say, the FBI, right? Well, he or she is going to be on the hook if anybody conceals anything because it's under their watch, right? So they have a strong incentive. Now, this is why Trump is pretty good because he knows how to manage people. He's running this like a company, but he's putting the rules in place as if it's a company. Like you can't go into Washington and assume that it's going to work like a corporation, but you can put in rules to make it work like a corporation. And what you can do is go in and say any of the higher ups, whoever's the highest up, like everybody along the chain of some bad decision or some malicious act, if they get found out, they all get punished. Right? So the director of, say, the FBI is going to want to make sure that there are no subversive acts under their watch. To rebrand their DI. Very good, very good. I'll give them a like. All right, next one. Desiree Cormier-Smith was paid... Oh, by the way, it was Andy No. Great guy. Desiree Cormier-Smith was paid with taxpayer funds to give eulogies to violent Ferguson man Michael Brown. I don't know who that is. The name does ring a bell, but that's about it. Who was shot dead when he tried to beat an officer to death? Sounds like a bad dude. Lies about his death sparked BLM riots. Now, of course, that's not exactly associated, right? He's talking about general statement lies. Newspapers do this all the time. Andy No is a journalist, so he'll do this. Journalists will follow one statement with another statement, even though they're not necessarily related. Then the reader will make a relation. There probably is a relation, but her DEI role has been defunded and her X account was retired on January 20th. There we go. It's no longer in use. Very nice. USSRREJ, Special Representative for Racial Equity and Justice. Get out of here. Oh, I hate it. See, they don't delete the account; they retire it. That way, you still have the record. I wonder if they don't even have access to this, which means that everything that they've said is going to stay on X forever, which would be nice. I think that governments should not be allowed to delete posts. I think governments and like representatives probably shouldn't, because that's kind of concealing things. If there is a deleted post, maybe it should mark it as deleted, like mark it as redacted, or mark it as mark it as retracted. But people, I think, have a right to see the record of what other people, like what public figures and public agencies have said. So, anyways, all right. And wokeness, holy s, 125 billion federal spending on DEI programs. It should be zero. Oh yeah. Socially disadvantaged agriculture conservation program set asides. Diversity and federal training. So diversity training is a $113 billion industry. Transportation Department disadvantaged business program. What does that even mean? Yeah. So that's $113 billion that can go afuera. Afuera. Elon Musk takes note. Yep. Trump says his government, even just removing the DEI stuff is going to save the taxpayer hundreds of billions of dollars, right? And that was just strictly DEI programs, diversity and federal contracting. That probably means the contracts, training, hires, consultants, that sort of stuff. But it doesn't include the actual employees, right? Because if they could take a haircut and remove a lot of the employees that don't make the standard, right? Or they remove the DEI departments, which is very easy. That's just why they've done it like day 2, right? They've removed the DEI departments. I guess what I'm saying is that there's a lot more to go, right? They've ended the DEI departments. They can get rid of these DEI cutouts. But there's all the employees and everything that would not have been hired otherwise. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to this here. I'm just happy that there's so much winning today. I'm a big fan of fairness in terms of like not a level playing field, because obviously everyone's different. So people have advantages, right? But I am a fan of a organized and non-partial competition. Let me put it that way. All right, so let's listen to this.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only 2 genders, male and female.
Right, so this is what I've been talking about, right? When I said the conservatives didn't win the election, what I meant was the ethno-conservatives, okay? What I meant was the conservatives, because Trump is a 90s Democrat, okay? Like 80s, 90s Democrat. Soft Republican, kind of third party-ish. He is not about making America some Anglo country, okay? He doesn't care about that. He wants merit-based, all right? So anybody who's like popping off saying like, yeah, America's for these people or that people, like, no, this is a competition. This is an empire, and empires want the best. Okay, you got to feed the machine. And as soon as you become antiquated, like, you are a tool. To an empire, you are nothing but a cog in the machine. You are a tool. All right? And if you think that the empire is going to care about you, it doesn't. All right? That's just the reality of it. You have to care about yourself. You have to care about your own family. You have to care about your own community. You have to care about your own society, your own ethnic group. It's up to you. In other words, like, you're not going to get a government handout trying to protect you. All right? This is what it's doing. It's removing the government handout that protected somebody else. That's the best you're going to get. A non-partial competition. Okay? All right. That's me. You don't have to worry about me. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. I love Tim Homan. Did you see? That was a little bit of a twitch. I love, Tom Homan. I'm sorry. I called him Tim Homan. It's only one letter off. Tom Homan has been great. He is kind of adorable. I don't know if he's used to speaking in public like this, because sometimes he slurs his words. But he's Man, I love what the words that come out of his mouth are great. Let's watch a little bit of this, okay? So we're talking about getting rid of illegals, obviously.
See that video, I'm curious, what do you think?
Well, he's wrong. He's going back to Haiti. I can tell him that.
You see that video? I'm curious.
I'm muted. I'm sorry. I thought I had the video queued up here, so let me see what I can do. Oh, you know what? It's one of these. That's right. Oh, what is that one? All right, let's skip on over. This is the best endorsement of Trump and the best condemnation of Biden and Obama. Let's see if we can watch.
Violent threats to our community.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
ICE Boston quickly takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery. This
guy's got an Interpol red notice. He's in our country. Does anybody even care? Like, they knew he was there. This is like day 2, and they grabbed him up. So they knew they knew where he was. It wasn't like we had to go investigate him. He probably had like a debit card in his own name. I don't know. He's just spending money over at Kroger's Interpol red notice for armed robbery. Oh.
They're wasting no time. And ICE is making nearly 500 arrests in the span of just 33 hours. The New York Post cover, the ICE man cometh. President Trump also signing more executive orders, including one designed to block illegal crossings. And he told Sean Hannity that Joe Biden's failed policies forced him to take swift action.
Why would somebody say that open borders are good, where jails and mental institutions from other countries and gang members right off the streets of the toughest cities in the world are being brought to the United States of America and emptied out into our country? Why would anybody that even likes, you don't have to love our country, you have to like it. Why would anybody that likes our country, the Democrats, allow that to happen? And even now, I watch them on television, they're trying to justify it. You can't justify it.
So those ICE raids take.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, who would want this? It just doesn't make any sense, right? So you have to gaslight people, you have to misrepresent reality to make this make any sense. I'm getting a lot of catharsis from this because that's just more of the same. Yeah, Fox will just put out a whole day of the exact same news all day. I forgot about that. I haven't watched television news in a while. But
we're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so much. I love you all.
I just get a kick out of that. It's just so desperate. No, I can't do it. Too much winning. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. He's so funny. Whatever. I just want to play a little bit of this P's World here. He's kind of a black identitarian, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind identitarians.
So he did it. He just revoked the Civil Rights Act of 1965, put in place by President Lyndon B. Johnson.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He just made it so you can't. He actually upheld the Civil Rights Act by saying that you can't favor any particular races. I'm telling you, these people are brainwashed, man. That's all right. People could be brainwashed. They just can't be politically influential.
So they can discriminate against race, gender, sexual orientation, religion. For
all of your performative tears needs, you can come to TikTok. They just do this stuff. They just go on about whatever. Look. Oh my gosh. Anyways, people are freaking out. I love it.
Basically, instead of hiring people based on who they sleep with at home, off duty, right? They will now be hired again based on merit, education, and qualifications. That's what the executive order says. It takes away no anti-discrimination laws. People of color and women will still be employed fairly. It just takes away DEI hiring and hiring people based on who they have sex with. That's what the executive order does. It does not take away anti-discrimination laws, and a president cannot do that. They do not have the power to revoke a congressional law without it being approved by Congress, which is what would cause an overturning, which he did not file for. So shame on you, attorney, because you're wrong, and that's horrible to spread to the masses, to millions of people that follow you, because you're a liar. And this is why I challenge people of TikTok to not just get their news from TikTok, not even just me. I'm not going to be a hypocrite here and say, I'm always right about everything, only listen to me. I'm wrong sometimes. Sometimes I read an article that's 2 years old, but there's a new one from only a year ago.
She goes on, whatever. Her main point is up there. There's a certain art to cutting your speech off when your main point is done. Yes, the president doesn't have that much power. Like, all of the thing is, if the president is abusing his powers right now, right? Well, he doesn't have the power to overturn anything that wasn't put in place by a former president. Okay, so unless he's making something new, which he's not, he's actually just getting rid of things that were added, then he's actually just canceling out the previous abuse of power. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, anyways. And besides, even if he ever did abuse his power, then that goes to a SCOTUS case, right? And some things are actually going to SCOTUS right now, like oh shoot, what's one of them? Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. Never mind. Don't worry about me. There's something that's going to, let me see. EO going to, man, I cannot type. I forget which one it was. Trump, EO going lawsuit. Oh yeah. So they're suing over the diversity training stuff. They're probably not going to win because it's outright pretty disgusting, but you never know. Courts do weird things. I would wonder if Trump would challenge the blanket pardons by any chance. Like, because he could, right? So the only person who's ever gotten a blanket pardon was Richard Nixon, and that was never challenged. All right, so it's not precedent. There's no legal precedent. Someone was just allowed to do something and no one objected to it. However, if he got it in front of SCOTUS, they could actually look through and see, hey, can you actually pardon someone for something for some period of time for everything they've ever done wrong? And I think once you put this under some legal scrutiny, I think it's going to fall apart. Them not challenging the blanket pardon of Nixon, it does not set up a precedent. And even if there was a precedent, stuff gets revoked, right? Like Roe v. Wade got removed. Right? That was a SCOTUS decision. They were legislating from the bench. And the current SCOTUS got rid of it. It happens. Legal precedent is not eternal. Okay? It can be challenged. It's harder, but it's not impossible. So I think they're going to see we're going to see a pursuit of overturning these pardons because they're a little bit much. Like, imagine if the president has the ability to basically remove your entire criminal past. So anyways, very silly. Very silly. I just want to pop on here, have a little bit of catharsis as I sit and enjoy the show. Also get some more practice streaming because I am rusty. I'm very rusty. And we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it if you're watching on the replay. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.